Getting involved in the import-export business can be highly profitable with huge opportunities for growth. Starting is easy and relatively cheap, depending on what kinds of products you are planning to trade. There are some basic things that you need to consider when starting an import-export business. Should I be involved? The first step in starting an import-export business is to think about whether import-export is really right for you to be successful. You need to be good at selling, organizing, and predicting trends. The import-export business is not just about selling goods, it is also about selling yourself as an entrepreneur and as a representative for other people's goods. Because there is a lot of paperwork involved in import-export, being highly organized is very important. Finally, finding popular products that have great sales potential before your competitors do will help you to be first to market. Planning. Once you have decided to start an import-export business, a great deal of planning needs to go into getting it started in the most successful way. The laws and regulations that govern importing and exporting vary from country to country, so it is important to take them into account when you're getting up and running. Determining whether your company is going to import, export, or both is another important part of the planning process. Finally, you will have to decide what kinds of products or what part of the world to specialize in. Connections. The import-export business is all about connections, especially at the beginning. Whether you're importing or exporting, you must have some kind of market for your goods. When you start an import-export business, you need to think about where you have connections. Maybe someone involved in the business has relatives, co-workers, or friends who live or work in a country you want to work in or in an industry you want to get involved in. If not, someone in the company may need to go to the country and start the process of building those connections and relationships. Trade fairs can be a great place to find potential suppliers. Products. You also need to decide what you're going to import or export. If you have expertise in a particular field, like telecommunications, computers, or textiles, where you have contacts, this may be a good place to start. It is important to realize that just because you start out in an area you know well, that doesn't mean you have to continue to work only in that field. Once you have contacts, you can branch out into new areas, new products, or even new industries. Marketing research. Market research is essential in determining the kinds of goods people in your target country might need or want. It will also allow you to determine the best way to market both the good and yourself to fill that need. Many companies will commission an international marketing or import-export marketing company to do this kind of research, but it is also possible to do it yourself by going to the country in question and talking to people, or by using the internet. Market research is especially needed when you are thinking about moving into a new country and want to know the potential of that market for future growth. If you want to start an import-export business, it is essential to be prepared by doing your research before you even think about moving products. Planning, making connections, choosing the right products, and marketing are all important facets of preparing for a successful career in import-export.